Whoa!
Let's go.
What up, fans? Welcome to The First Mile, the show where I drop my bag at the hostel on the outskirts of town and walk to the city center, giving you guys my thoughts and reactions of everything I see along the way. Today we're in Zadar, Croatia. I'm in the south area right now, right alongside the Dalmatian coast. We're gonna head north into what's called Old Town. It's an overcast and windy day here in Zadar, but I'm not gonna let that deter me from checking out some of their beautiful beaches, delicious seafood, and some of the most incredible architecture in all of Croatia. Whenever I'm headed to a new city and I'm looking to book a hostel or other accommodations, I always try to stay just a little bit outside of the city center. I don't like to be in the crazy busy area when I walk out the door. For me, the best part of exploring a new country is getting a real feel for the neighborhoods before I go right in the middle of the tourist craziness. I'm staying at a place called the Lazy Monkey Hostel. I haven't been there very long, but it seems super chill. I chose the hostel because it's in a residential area, and to get to the old town of Zadar, you actually get to walk along the coast of the beach. So the streets here in the neighborhood are really narrow. Whoa! A little too narrow for my taste. I'm gonna head to the coast and we're gonna check out the beach. Oh, 5 minutes away from the hostel and check out this coast. I'm really glad I had a big dinner last night. I feel like I'm about to blow away out here. It's super windy, but this coastline is absolutely incredible. If you come to Zadar or almost anywhere in Croatia and you're expecting sandy beaches, you might need to look elsewhere. The beaches in Croatia are very rocky, very pebbly. It's not the most comfortable. No matter what, you're still gonna get to dip into some absolutely stunning salt water. Walking along this beach, I was super happy to see a bunch of trash cans. So the entire coastline is dotted with really charming villas. So imagine my surprise when I stumbled upon this abandoned building in what I consider to be like a prime real estate location. Let's take a look inside. It's a Sunday afternoon and things are really quiet out here, super peaceful. There's not too many people on this coastal street, a few people on bikes. There's a couple bars and cafes along the coast here, but not a lot of people are out and about today. I'm seeing a fair amount of graffiti out here, but it's not like the super artistic graffiti that I've seen in Berlin. This is more kind of like amateur hour, young vandals running around and tagging things. Nothing too spectacular. Certain ones say it's like Banksy or anything like that. I think the wind blew all the lazy sunbathers away because that beach was absolutely dead. Time to leave the beach, time to continue north and go to Old Town. So by the looks of things, it looks like we've arrived at the gates of Old Town. Let's go inside, explore, and most importantly, chow down on some good Croatian food. Up until like 3 days ago, I had never even heard of the city of Zadar, but just by looking at this outside gate, some of the architecture, I can tell I'm gonna absolutely love it. Despite the Roman architecture, these first couple streets feel like a mall. There's a ton of like fancy jewelry stores, kind of overpriced clothing retailers, and a lot of souvenir shops. Not quite what I expected, but it is a tourist city after all. The amount of bakeries, ice cream shops, and gelato shops is absolutely mad. Every flavor under the sun is available here. I counted at least 10 gelato shops just walking around. It seems like alfresco dining is really popular in Zadar. Literally down every block you go, there's just a ton of restaurants with outdoor seating. Every restaurant I've seen has an outdoor menu so you can review the prices. Love that. Because this is a tourist area, the prices do seem a little bit higher than I've seen in the rest of Croatia. You can probably expect to pay anywhere from like 12 to 30 US dollars for an entree here. There must be some sort of citywide building ordinance because all the buildings are really low and they're all uniform in their height. Guys, check out some of this architecture here. I'm definitely getting some major like Roman and Byzantine vibes. Now there's a fair amount of tourists in the city, but this is the late season here in Zadar. So like a month ago, these streets would have been absolutely jam-packed. I'm really glad I kind of came in the low season just so it's not super crowded. Old Town has one of my absolute favorite stores in all of Europe. It goes down in the DM. Guys, if you need anything from vitamins, food, toiletries, DM is your one-stop shop for everything. And virtually every item in there, super low priced, way less expensive than you're gonna find back home in the States. After walking around Old Town for a while, my consensus is that this is like an old Roman city meets a new age open air mall. The architecture and the museums all seem really cool, but this is an overwhelmingly tourist spot with a ton of stores and shops, all designed to take your hard-earned dollar. Even with a good amount of people walking the streets, everything is still pretty quiet. They also seem to really dig their 90s music. I've heard classic tunes blasting out of almost every restaurant I've been at. Like I said, no one's really making a peep. especially not that guy. All right, I'm at something called the sea organ. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the wind creates this kind of like bellowing noise. So if we look to the east, we can see that there's a ton of islands out that way, and I think it's pretty easy to get a ferry and do like day trips. If you have the money, you can even rent a boat yourself. You want to check it out, not have to deal with a tour guide or a tour group. Oh, this is cool. I found like a shoreside market. They're selling like olives, some pastries. Looks like we got some like meats over there too. Kind of like a little mini farmer's market on the shore. It's really hard to articulate how small Old Town is. You could virtually walk down every single street in the city and it wouldn't take you more than an hour and a half. It's that small. One thing I just realized, there are no chain restaurants at all in Old Town. No McDonald's, no Burger King, no Subway. Everything here seems to be a traditional restaurant, although there was one place called like Surf and Turf that kind of seemed like a chain, but I'd never seen it before. From what I can tell, cars don't appear to be allowed on any streets in Old Town, so every single street is super narrow and really, really peaceful. I'm in an area where I was told there was a large outdoor market, but as you can see, because it's Sunday, everything is closed and shut down. Gonna have to come back here another day to get some stuff. And that's that. I'm Brent Tim, this was The First Mile, and I'm saying ciao for now.